Hello students, in this video I will give you the full story explanation of the lesson Indigo by Louis Fisher. Along with the full story, we will also learn about the author Louis Fisher, the introduction to this lesson and the background against which this lesson is written. So let us start. Louis Fisher was an American journalist and writer. He was born on 29 February 1896 in Philadelphia. Philadelphia is a place in America, and he died on 15 January 1970 in Princeton, New Jersey. Now, Louis Fisher was a great admirer of Mahatma Gandhi, the man who led the fight for Indian independence, and therefore he wrote a memorable biography of Gandhi named as The Life of Mahatma Gandhi, and this book has been reviewed as the best books written on Gandhi by Times Educational Supplement. In this book, Louis Fisher has mentioned the important incidents and events which took place in Gandhi's life. Indigo is an extract taken from the memorable biography The Life of Mahatma Gandhi, and in this extract Louis Fisher describes the Champaran Satyagraha of 1917, which is a movement of historical significance. Now, in Champaran, exploitation and injustice was going on in large scale against the sharecroppers of peasants. So, according to an ancient arrangement, the sharecroppers of Champaran were forced to grow indigo on their lands, and this was not a very profitable one to them because they could not grow enough food crops, due to which there was food scarcity, and secondly they didn't get any profit out of the indigo cultivation because they had to surrender the entire harvest as rent. So in 1917 Gandhiji came to Champaran and sought justice for the peasants of Champaran. So in August 1942, as Louis Fisher was writing a book on Mahatma Gandhi, he visited Gandhiji in his ashram in Sevagram. And here Gandhiji told him about the famous Champaran Satyagraha of 1917. Now, Champaran Satyagraha is of historical significance because it paved the way for the Indian freedom movement. It inspired Gandhiji to urge the departure of the British from India, therefore due to which he launched the freedom movement. So, Champaran movement was of historical significance. Now, Gandhiji went to the Lucknow session of the Indian National Congress in December 1916, and here he met the poor and emaciated farmer Rajkumar Shukla from Champaran, an unknown and insignificant place in the state of Bihar, and he had come there to complain about the injustice prevailing in his district against the sharecroppers. So he went to Gandhiji and persuaded Gandhiji to visit his district. At first Gandhiji was not willing to go, but later he was so much impressed by Rajkumar Shukla's tenacity and doggedness that he agreed to help. Then both of them went to the city of Patna to meet the lawyer Dr. Rajendra Prasad, who at that point of time was a lawyer. And after that, both of them, they took a train to Muzaffarpur, where Gandhiji, and after reaching Muzaffarpur, Gandhiji stayed in the house of Professor Malkani, a government teacher. Now, it was an extraordinary action of Professor Malkani that he gave shelter to Gandhiji in his house for 2 days, because in those days people hardly showed support towards advocates of home rule or people fighting the freedom movement. And then after that, Gandhiji had a discussion with the lawyers who were representing the cases of the sharecroppers in the court, and here he came to know many things regarding the sharecroppers' condition and their cases. Now, after gathering enough information about the sharecroppers' case and condition from the lawyers at Muzaffarpur, Gandhi arrived in Champaran in 1917, and soon after his arrival he started to gather facts about the sharecroppers' case from the British officials, but he hardly got any help from the Britishers. The Britishers thought that he was an outsider, and the British official commissioner of the Tirhut division not only bullied Gandhiji but also advised him to leave Tirhut as soon as possible. And soon Gandhiji was served with an official notice that he was not to remain in the district of Champaran but must leave the district by the first available train. Gandhiji, as he disobeyed the order, therefore he was summoned to appear before the court for his trial. And during his trial, many things came to notice. Gandhiji refused to comply with the order. He said that he had come to Champaran to provide humanitarian and national service to the people. And unless and until he helped these people to overcome their problems, to overcome the grievances, he was not going to leave. By looking at the mass public support for Gandhiji, the officials were so scared that they released Gandhiji and even permitted him to reside, because they were afraid that there might be an uprising if Gandhiji would be arrested. Now, during his stay in Champaran, Gandhiji was able to involve many eminent personalities like Rajendra Prasad, Brish Kishore Prasad to fight for the sharecroppers' cause. He inspired them in such a manner that they supported Gandhiji throughout his fight for the poor sharecroppers. So with their help, Gandhiji visited many villages of the region. He studied the grievances of the peasants. He recorded statements and testimonies of about 10,000 peasants to understand the issues and the causes underlying them. And Gandhiji also came to the conclusion that the ignorance of the cultivators was one of the main reasons as to why the European planters could repress them so much. Therefore, he decided to work for the improvement of the Champaran peasants. Gandhiji knew that in order to make the people overcome their fear of the Britishers, he had to teach the people of Champaran self-sufficiency and self-reliance. So he tried to improve the social and health conditions of the people. He set up schools there to improve the social conditions, and also took the services of a doctor for 6 months in order to improve health conditions. Then cleanliness and hygiene was also taught. Now in the meantime, the sharecroppers case was also proceeding, and after a long process, an official commission inquiry was finally set up to look into the reality of the matter, to see whether the sharecroppers were illegally exploited by the landlords or not. And this inquiry collected or got many evidences against the British planters. And finally, due to the efforts made by Gandhiji, the sharecroppers were able to get justice. The landlords agreed to make 25% refunds of the money which was collected illegally from the farmers. And the farmers, they were influenced by these incidents so much that they got courage to fight for their rights. And finally, within years, the planters, they gave up their possession, and indigo sharecropping, it ended in Champaran district. So the landlord system was completely abolished in Champaran, Bihar, and it was only possible because of the efforts made by Gandhiji. And along with the efforts of Gandhiji, the importance of people like Rajkumar Shukla, Rajendra Prasad, Brish Kishore Prasad, and the simple and quiet peasants of Champaran is also very important, because it is the combined efforts of all these people due to which the Champaran peasants finally got justice and they got freed from the landlord system. So to conclude, we come to know that this lesson is about the Champaran Satyagraha of 1917, which was the first peasant movement of India, and which also was the starting point of India's independence movement launched by Gandhiji. So an agriculturalist from Champaran, Rajkumar Shukla, he was very much distressed to see the plight of his fellow farmers, the European planters at Champaran. They practiced illegal methods where the Champaran peasants were forced to plant 3/20 of the total land that belonged to them with the indigo crop. Now this was a very unprofitable arrangement, because the Champaran peasants could not grow food crops, enough food crops, and moreover they were not able to get any profit out of the indigo cultivation. But when German synthetic dyes had replaced indigo crop towards the end of the 19th century, due to losses incurred by the European planters, huge amount of compensation was collected from the sharecroppers. And therefore Shukla, he went to meet Gandhiji in order to bring him to Champaran. Gandhi, after reaching Champaran, not only he sought justice for the poor sharecroppers by providing them with 25% compensation from the landlords, but he also established schools, he improved the health condition of the place, health and hygiene was taught to the people of Champaran. So in that way, self-reliance, self-sufficiency or self-dependence was taught to the people of Champaran.